Hello, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Friday. Happy Friday and happy, Creators Day weekend? International Creator Day weekend. That's happening this weekend, my peeps. Okay, so Janice, you already know you need help with,
We got you.
We got you, you know. We're here, so do your questions, write your questions. But today we're going to be talking about organization because we've been getting a lot of questions about that. And to your own right? Because organization, whether it is in real life, in real life, whether it is here with overlays and creating and naming your scenes and your overlays, and in real life, it makes a huge difference on how our day goes, on how our live streams go, on how everything goes in life when things are organized, right? So we're going to talk about that real quick. And then we're going to talk about how diversifying your skills can help you with how you think on many different things, not just creative-wise, but just in your life in general. And this is something firsthand, I'd experienced this, and I want to share it with you. So that says already your questions. Hello, Sammy.
What up, Sam?
Listen, Victor, we're gonna get you. I do think that you gotta give yourself some credit because when we were in San Diego, you were over there all organized with your phones and your, tripod, and you had a plan. You had a plan.
Guys, Victor was streaming Ecamm from his phone, so I don't know what Victor's talking about.
Yeah, you have to have a plan. And there's the thing, how many times have you planned something and then you're not organized about it and it just does not go the way you thought because it wasn't planned out.
Yeah.
So organization is really good.
Good morning, Gloria.
Hello, Gloria. Gloria. I'm sorry, Gloria. Every time I hear that, your name, I have to sing for you. Okay, so Fuljens, let's go for it. Because Fuljens experienced the how it feels to kind of be, you in your life, actually, you're organized. You're organized. When it came to the signing, you were just so excited about the signing that
you just want to get it out the way, right?
So Fuljens, talk about it.
And design it really, really quick.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So we can do. What I had in mind was let's say we're going to design a complete lower third with different elements in it, right? Let's say we're going to have, for example, how we do ENN, we have time and temperature, we have all types of things going on. We have lower thirds, we have text, so we can basically break down folders for each one, right? And what goes into each folder, right? And that's a good example of that we can show of how to organize your folders properly, right? I think people will get a good visual from that.
Yeah, and then also scenes, because when you open up a scene, right, and you leave it as no scene, listen,
Yeah.
I'm where is this scene? Where is it? Oh, it's right there.
Where's your laughing baby Jada kid?
I know, that's on ENN.
Sound effect.
That's on ENN. We're still on last production. We didn't change the thing. But yeah, so yeah, my people, how many times, right, have you tried to organize things and you're yeah, and then all of a sudden, or you spend a lot of time with your scenes, organizing your scene, and then it's not labeled right, and you don't know where to find it, and then it's production day, and you're what?
Yeah, and it also helps with cleanup too, right? Because we're looking at this one here, and we say that we definitely want to clean up this folder, this scene, or this profile in particular, right? So we can show an example, right? And this is organized, but just looking at it, we can organize it much better.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is good. We're just doing it now with you.
Right. So let's say we're in live demo mode, and then we have these different folders, and it's important to layer to name your folders because at least we know what exactly we want to delete. And if we see, for example, there are certain scenes here that are basically abandoned, right? We can assign them to a particular folder if necessary, or we can just delete them altogether.
So before we get into it, can I just assign the stream deck since we're assigning things right now? So let me assign the stream deck right here.
You want to get a demo for that?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. He doesn't want to see the assigning. You gotta keep
remove the assignment. And good morning, Vincent. Good to see you here. Who else do we have here? Yes, and we didn't even say hello to we gave silent hellos to our amazing moderator, Paul Duncan. Who else do we have here? Yeah, I think we covered everybody now.
Wait.
While you are signing.
Wait, I just like did it and I went back to, okay, here we go. Zoom, we're working, okay. And live demo mode doesn't like, okay, here we go. No, okay, it's right here. Here we go. Okay, got it. But wait, actually, wait a second. You guys, we're almost there. I'm telling, we had a production last night, and we ended it very late. So we are kind of doing things now, real quick, really quick. Okay. Oh. Okay. Now we're good.
I need the dial-up sound effect for you.
That's right. That's all on the end. That's all on the end. And we need to give Building Blocks some good sound effects. All right, everyone. Here we go.
You could turn this off. All right. So we are going to start. We are currently in this BB folder here. This is where we have our waiting screen, our intro that you saw. All right. So. And the main scene here, and we also have a screen share scene that we're not going to go to because we're currently monitoring with that, and we have our closing, right? And then we have these two extra ones here that we labeled in case we want to remove them and put them somewhere else, right? But we're going to create another scene called, this is organizing tutorial. This way you know exactly what it is. Organizing tutorial. Would
you like to have some music while you
tutorial? Oh yeah, I could put some tunes on here. Let's put some tunes on.
So yeah, I love this organization thing, my people. This has saved me so much, and even still, organized is like. All
right, we got some tunes.
Hi.
What's up, Ian? Good to see you here. All right, so organizing tutorial. We're in the new scene, and we're gonna keep our camera on like so, and we're gonna do the command tilde to remove our
is this too loud? Is the music too loud, my people?
Yeah, let us know. Let us know. It's currently on like 4 or whatever. All right, so we have that. So now
that's not 4.
It's on 4. It's on.
Okay.
No. On the mixer, okay. It's on 4. Yeah. All right. So we are going to create a few folders from the scratch. All right.
Ian, right. You're talking about, okay, sorry. I'm sorry, Ian. Fuljens is like, I just want to
We're going to create some folders from the jump, right? So we're going to, let's just put together like a few folders here. Notice what it's doing. It's creating like subfolders within the folder, but we can just drag them out because we don't want to do that for now. We just want each folder by itself. Take new group. Drag it out, right? So we have 4 folders here. Let me remove this one. All right, cool. All right, so we have 4 folders, right? We can do something like this, right? Just to give you guys an example. So lower third body, because we're gonna create some a lower third, right? Lower third body. And then we have lower third text. Lower third text. And then you could do, we can do time and temperature, for example. You could do logos, right? And then for good measure, we'll do scrolling ticker, right? Might as well keep something like that separate also. Right? Okay, so you have a good amount of folders to organize stuff in, right? So now we can create a simple lower third, right? And I know Anna's gonna be like, no, do it this way, don't do it this way. So you have full creative control.
It's fine, you can do it. I'm just gonna do it because I'm so proud of him, you guys. I'm letting him like, you take it over because like the training just went through to him. Like he just got the training.
Thank you. So we're gonna create a rectangle here. Let's add a
I
background.
love this font, you guys. This is Google font. It's Montserrat.
Oh, that's
Oh my
Montserrat.
gosh, I'm in love with how it looks.
Yeah, the Montserrat is nice. We're gonna change the color of this. Since we're doing like this green, we got this green and yellow energy going on today, so let's do that, all right?
You know, Ian commented on our hair.
Why, thank you, Ian. All right, so we create this rectangle. We drop the opacity down to 0 on the font. We just want this solid
You know,
rectangle
we could
here.
so match the color of your shirt
Yeah, for sure.
to the...
For sure. So let's go back in here and then let's move this out the way and then take the color picker and let's find like...
So yeah, to be true, maybe down here where
Down
it's
here?
like, yeah.
This might be too dark, yeah. Like right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Cool. All right. And then we could just take that and just drag it across like so. All right. So now we have the rectangle, right? This rectangle is going to go into lower third body. Okay. And how do you know it's there? Hide the folder and it'll hide the rectangle. All right. So we have that.
Hide and go seek.
Hide and go seek. And then we'll create another one. We'll just we'll duplicate this. We'll just hold out Option and drag this and create another rectangle like so. And then we're gonna take this and let's match your color, right?
Yeah.
Color picker. Let's
Yes,
find the
we did our
green.
hair, Ian.
Wait, stay still. trying to take your green.
Oh shoot, okay, I'm so sorry. I'm over there.
Lift up your arm.
This one?
This one. There you go. Thanks.
Those are nice colors. So Ian, yes, what does his hair? Because last time he did his hair, he was trying new things, and then he
No, so my hair frizzed out.
because you were trying to do new things,
My hair,
which is cool.
No. My hair frizzed out from the gym or whatever. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just like start from scratch. And then I just wanted to wash it all together. And what happened was, this hair, it goes through like a whole process, right? Conditioner, well, untangling, shampoo, conditioner, then out the shower, conditioner, oil, curling cream, styling gel, blow dry, all that stuff, right? It's a whole process, right?
Yeah.
But yesterday, the day before yesterday, I was like, let me just try something. I just wanted to try like a really quick, right? So I just washed it. I didn't untangle it. I just washed it. And then I added style gel. I shook it out. And then I just let it dry the way it was. So it was just like all flat and the curls were just like dangling over here.
It was not a good look.
It was all over the place. It was all over the place. So I was like, you know what? Let me go back to the process and just...
It's a lot of work, Ian. It's a lot of work.
I had to redo it. So.
But it's better this way.
Yeah, it's better this way. It gets the volume. But if I don't do it this way, it's just like
he looks messy.
Like the curls will just like be like down here and just like, and that's like all over the place. Like, notice how it just bounce back.
Yeah, he gets hellos to me like this. I'm like, hi. Hello, Jill.
Hi, Jill. Good to see you here. Anyway, that's my hair routine.
Okay.
Video coming soon.
No joke.
All right. So we have this. We have, you know what? I was thinking this here can actually go on top. So we do something like this, right? Mm-hmm. Just to get you an idea of what we're doing. And let's move this a little bit higher up. So we have these two rectangles, we'll lock them, right? So that's our lower third body. So now you notice that everything's in that one folder. You could hide it, it goes away, and you bring it back, right? So we have that. So now we can do something else now. Let's move these over actually. If we link these together, let's move these over to the side because we want to create, how we linked it. There's this little chain link icon right here on the folder. Just click on that and then you can link these two together and then move out the way, right? Mm-hmm. So we move them over.
And just make sure they're unlocked so that you can move them.
We move them over and then we could lock it back because we like where it is, right? So we're gonna create another, oh, what did I do? Let's bring that back.
Let's bring it back.
Let's bring it back. All right. we're going to create a space for our logo here, right? So let's do Command End, and we can create another box, or we can just create something that says logo, but just so you can get the idea, right? So this will say logo. Let's type logo. This is our makeshift logo right here. Make this white and then add a border around it.
The font though.
The font though, right? Add a border around it. And then you could take the background and bring that down to 0. See that? Just create a really quick logo, real quick, right? And then we can shrink that down to size. It looks like, I was holding it there, it looked like it says Loco.
Hey, Dimelo Loco.
Loco.
Hey, Dimelo Loco.
Loco. All right, so we got the logo here, right? This is a logo placeholder. And then we're gonna drop that into the folder that says logo, right? So you have your lower third body, you have your logo, your loco.
Wait, put the cursor over here, please. So that Okay.
Right,
Yes.
so we dropped logo into logo. And this could be anything. This could be your PNGs, it could be whatever, it doesn't have to be text. But for the sake of this tutorial, we're using that text overlays.
And you're about to lock that situation because we're done,
We
right?
can lock it.
Okay.
Right? And then something else too, because we want to create a scrolling ticker. So we're gonna take the rectangles and let's move this up a little higher, right there. This way, give enough space for like a standard scrolling ticker to pass through. Now we could lock that, right? So notice that now we have a lower third body. We have our logo here, okay? So we're moving along, right? This way so far everything is nice and organized. Let's create, I think that's the fun part. We'll save that for later. So let's
What
add
were you gonna
some
say?
time and temperature. We'll do that. We'll do that last. We'll do that last.
You're gonna make you wait.
We'll do that. We'll do that last.
No, listen, this is something like for real, we should go straight to creating the scrolling ticker when we're doing it and then repurpose it and post it because that's one of the most frequently asked questions we get. How do you do that? So this is one that we could just go straight and then cut it, right?
Yeah. And that's what we're gonna do next now too, right?
Hey, Simple Tech Review.
What's going on? What's going on?
Thank you for being here.
Never too late to join.
You are on it.
All right, so we're going to create the scrolling ticker now. Command N, not end, Command N. We don't need the border for that, or unless you want to. And my scrolling ticker text that I like to say is scrolling sticker
I got better at that though.
instead of scrolling ticker because Anna likes to say scrolling sticker.
Wow. Let's just change the scrolling ticker last one and put it in light. Because if we're gonna be doing things that I like to do, let's go for it.
What is it?
So do scrolling sticker, highlight scrolling sticker. And then go to light.
Light.
There we go.
Okay.
Because we're about to be, right?
So we have that. So we have our scrolling ticker text, and we're going to go to style instead of fixed position. We're zooming in. Fixed position. We're not gonna fly in. We're not gonna fly in from the left, right. We're just gonna go down to where it says scrolling ticker. Very simple. Let's select that. And I believe it's small enough, but we'll bring the font down a little bit.
Now the font got readjusted.
Yeah, why that? Why that? And let's bring this back to, I think it was bold, like so. And let's add that. And there you have it. Instant scrolling ticker. And we'll bring that down here.
Stay tuned for the, what do you call it? I call it swag, but what do you call it? When you're gonna like pimp it out.
Oh.
What do you call it? What's your word for that?
Oomph?
No.
Jazz it up?
We'll come in. Jazz it up. Jazz it up. So
All right.
we're gonna jazz it up.
So we're gonna take scrolling ticker, and add that to our scrolling ticker folder here, right? And that is like one of the, it's so important to add your scrolling ticket to scrolling ticket folder, because some of those things, like these are one of the things, it's like it just get lost in all the text and everything.
Oh my God.
Right? And just the fact that you're organizing it this way is a big leap in progress.
I wish we had the waiting screen that we created with Pac-Man, so that you can see. I mean, like it can get out of control.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Just like Pac-Man.
That's funny. To show you how it used to be before, and then how when we had to make a change, it was to the point where like, let's delete. All of that work and hours of work put in there, you deleting that thing because it's easier to delete and start over again than to find what's up. No.
Right. And then for instance, right, so now let's say we have the scrolling ticker, we like where it is, but we're saying, you know what, the logo now is a little too, could be adjusted a little bit. We can bring it up a little higher. We simply go to our logo folder here, right, because it's easy to find everything now, and it will just nudge that up a little bit. And we can do nudge with our arrow key. I'm using the down arrow key or an up arrow key, because if you notice now, we have the verticals, we have this more snapping features in Ecamm. And if you just want to tweak it a little bit, just use the arrow key.
Hi, LN247.
LN247,
awesome.
Good to see you here.
And Wayne, hello, mister.
Good to see you, Wayne Roberts. All right, so we have our logo. We have our lower third body. We have our scrolling ticker, right? And now let's add some text here. Let's add some text to our lower third. All right. Hello, Samantha.
Sam.
All right. So
no, you're not late. You were like.
You ain't late. We're going to now add some lower third text here. We're going to say organizing. Organizing your folders is key. Bring that down a little bit. It got a little bit loud. All right, let's add that. And something that we should point out, right? In the latest Ecamm update, our prayers have been answered. This is defaulted to off now. Like once you turn it off and you go back in there, it stays off.
Yeah, so I saved the defaults, the previous defaults. Like whatever you did, it saves it.
Yes. Thank you, Kenny Glenn.
Yeah, another thing that I'm gonna ask is like if we can search by, like if you're looking for retro font, you just do R and it goes to the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. All right, let's see how this white looks on here. Hey.
It might disappear with the yellow. Oh, okay. Well. But maybe gray or black will look.
Yeah. Let's do.
Or if you swap it, you can do this.
Right, we can do that. Tungsten. But again, so this is a perfect example of organizing the folders, especially when you have multiple layers, right? So when you go to lower third body here, it's just a simple matter of bringing. First of all, let's take this lower third text and go here, and now we could hide that, right? So we could hide that away. Now the rectangles, we can take.
If it was me, I would label the color as well, because we have enough space to say red. To say green and yellow.
Okay, right? So here we go. So we're gonna take the bottom rectangle, and then we're going to. We can do something like this. We can bring the opacity up a little bit, and we can say.
The color first.
Yeah, so for example like this, right? We could remove angle and put green rect.
Like you had it.
And it doesn't lose its shape, right? And then let's see if we can do the same thing with this rectangle here. Yeah, that should work. We could remove angle and put YELLOW. It should work. It shouldn't probably. Let's see. Yeah, it didn't jump out of place.
But we should show it anyway to them to see what would happen, because I do think we had enough space to write the whole thing. But yeah. But Janice, yes. So when we link it, we unlock it, move it, and then lock it again once we move in position so that everything can be good.
Yeah, yeah. So link and lock, right? So, and it's two different things, right? So one is to, if you're linking, link allows you to move them around together, like group and move, right? And if you unlink, then you're gonna move them separately. And then if you lock them, lock overlay, they're not going anywhere. They're not moving, right? So just keep that in mind. So if you want to link them, you have to make sure you unlock the overlays to link them, okay? All right, so now that we have that, do you still want to rename them completely?
Yes, to show them like what would happen.
Okay. Green rectangle. So let's go here. Green rectangle. Okay.
You guys, like when I want to like mess around with Fuljens like tight, like really tight, I just ask him to do things live, and he's like, "Don't do that," because he's like, it's so can you keep it on the same line and just lower the And he's like, "No, because it's gonna change." Because sometimes, and I know you guys have experienced this when you are designing, right? And you change the name of a element, which is why is a good good practice to name it and then just kind of leave it there. Because sometimes when you rename it, it just like it just does things. It just reshapes itself. So, but with here, we had enough space to be able to keep its shape and be like that.
It jumped a little bit, but it didn't jump too much.
Right.
But,
So yeah.
because there are a lot more characters than there were before, but we have them now, and then we're going to take the green rectangle and bring it up top, and let's just do some little rearrangement here, so the yellow can be underneath, and the green can be like so. Right? We just did a little quick swap.
Yes.
Because we want to
Do this.
We want to make our font white. So let's unhide the lower third text. Right, so we have that, and let's make that white now. Okay, all right, so that stands out much better. Okay, and then we have the scrolling ticker. So now let's see how much space we have now, because the rectangles did jump a little bit.
Janice, so wait, let's because you should have it there. Let's just zoom in for you to the link, right? So when you're trying to link something,
so
just show her the link.
So if you go to a folder, right? In this case, we're at lower third text. Look at the eyeball, right? To the left of the eyeball, there is this little chain link here, and you're gonna highlight it, and it says lock overlay. So that is the locking overlay feature right there.
Yeah. So when you do that, when you lock, then you'll be able to move them if your overlays are unlocked. So you have to make sure that the overlays are unlocked and they're linked. You move them where you need to move them, then go back to the folder, unlink it, and then lock all the, if you want to unlink it.
Yeah, and we have a question from Samantha. How do you change the names of the scenes in the folder? I'm having a difficult time doing it, and when I duplicate a scene, it is difficult to change a name.
Let's pull that question up, please, so we can, and then extend it. Extend. Hyperextend. Okay. Okay. So you just click, just like renaming any folder on your Mac, like anything. You just click. So let's go to let's go to screen share or another scene, whatever you want to do.
We could do it right here. And for example, the name of scenes and folders, right? So for example, organizing tutorial, we have it highlighted.
But it's still there, so we have to get out. Yeah, so we have to get out.
Yeah, so it's solid now, right? So Samantha, what you're gonna do, let's zoom in. Just double tap it or double click it.
And then renaming.
Right, and then rename it. That's it, right?
Organizing
So,
too. Look
right,
at you
so
now. You're like, you know what? I'm not even gonna.
Once again, let's stay there because if, for example, on logo, let's say we want to rename it. We want to say logos. I'm just double tapping it on the trackpad, or if you have a mouse, you could double click it. It's the same thing. So that's all. Just like Anna said, let's say you want to rename a folder on your desktop or something like that. It's the same thing.
Yeah. But if you're naming a folder on your desktop, you have to be a little more gentle. Like you have to like click. Okay, so if you double click it, then you're gonna open the picture. So you just go click and then wait till it gets highlighted. So Sam, hope that answers your question.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So now, yeah, like I said, these things moved around a little bit. Let's take the green rectangle and bring it a little bit lower, right there. And the text can go like right here. And let's bring this yellow rectangle a little bit lower. All right, cool. Actually, a little bit higher. That vertical snap. And then if you want to counteract the snapping, again, just nudge using the arrow keys. You know, it's like it's shifting over slightly, right? And that's how you do a custom moving without the snapping getting in the way. The same thing with this one. Notice like it's just like trying to like force where to land. Let's say I don't want it to be there. Just move the arrow key and then just to nudge it a little bit, right? All right, cool. So we have logo. We have lower third text. We have lower third body, right? And we have scrolling ticker, right? So we could lock the scrolling ticker and tuck it away in the folder. We can lock the lower third body, tuck that away in the folder. We have lower third text, lock that, tuck it away. We have the logo, locked, tucked away, right? So now we can add time and temperature to this, okay? And the time and temperature, we could probably add it like right here above the logo. So we'll see.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do like the whole I thought you were gonna go like fancy.
What's fancy?
Like the whole scrolling ticker where like time and temperature is all in the same. I thought you were gonna go
you
fancy.
want-
You don't have to go
oh,
fancy. I mean, like
we're
you
about
can
to
save it.
we're about to go fancy.
You can say,
now.
no, wait a second, because I
fancy.
say that, oh, it's 9:30. Okay, yeah, you have
We're about
time to go like that. We're about to go fancy.
We're about to go fancy, y'all.
Stay tuned for fancy.
All right. So the scrolling ticker right now, if you notice it's bare. It's kind of cool to be bare like that. But we're gonna add a background for the sake of going fancy. I'm gonna add a little bit of background here. Yeah, let's add a background to this. Let's add background and then make it the same color as the green. Let's try that. I like that. And green.
You know, for wait, what other color will go with green though? Do you guys who like love colors and do color palettes, what other color should we use? Should we use black maybe?
It's not working for Samantha, the double clicking.
You know, this is when I would like to have an app that will like you give permission to, and then we go in there and we adjust it. But Sam, just like, I wonder why it wouldn't work. Like, why is it not working with you? Like, what are the steps that you do? You're trying to.
And what are you using? Are you using the mouse or the trackpad?
That's a good question because it's
Yeah.
different. I have a mouse. I use a mouse, but I just, yeah. Sam, just go in there and own that thing. Like, say, I want you to behave for me right now.
Right. So
just.
Right. So for example, I'm on the trackpad, and then we're going back to logos, right? Look at this. That's it, and then highlights it.
And then I'm with a mouse, right? So I'm gonna go with a mouse. I have this cute little thing
let me
here.
click it, yeah.
So let's
Go
see
ahead.
what happens, right?
You just click
That's
it
it.
twice.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Samantha,
Sam.
change your mouse.
Sam, listen, Sam, you could do this. Just you gotta tell them like this is what's going on right now. Like this is what's gonna happen. All right, let's go back to the sticker thing.
Okay, so we're going to add some masks for the scrolling ticker. because we don't like how it's scrolling from one end to the other, right? So we're gonna hide that. And we're gonna hide that with some, maybe add some yellow mask on the side, right? So Command N, and what we do, we normally do M1, M2, like mask 1, mask 2, M1 on the left, M2 on the right.
It sounded like N1.
N1, M1, M1. Notice that there's some corners here. All of these things had corners all this time, but that's fine. But we're not gonna want some corners in our M1 and our M2. Bring that down and change the colors to that yellowy goldy color. Yeah, check it out, Sam. All right, so M1, we're gonna bring M1 over here. I think that's pretty good. We don't have to resize that. That looks pretty good because it's not gonna be zoomed in like that anyway. So that's good.
You guys, that's me creating scrollage. I'm like zooming into the like.
And then we'll take M1 if it allows us to.
Yeah, let me just, I'll drag it from here and see if it works. Like copy it from there.
Now the hand shows up and then Option drag. Oh, come on, would you hear us there? Option drag. Oh,
Thank you,
know
Victor.
What? You know what? All right. Command End, M2. Damn it. Add. All right, so we have M2, and then we're gonna take M2 and bring it over here. And let's do a little nudge. We're gonna take the arrow key and bring it down just to finesse it. I think that's good.
I'm gonna play, because the music stopped, but I'm gonna play.
Oh no, it's still
here.
playing. It's some other song that's playing. There you go.
Oh.
We're good.
Because I'm like, we got an AM music playlist over here,
True. All right.
I'm trying to.
Huh? Oh, dual mouse control?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So we have M2, and we're gonna bring M2 into our scrolling ticker folder, right? So check this out. All right, so in case, let's say you don't want your scrolling ticker to, animate during your stream and you want it to appear every now and then, you have everything in one folder, right? Mm-hmm. Just like that. So it's good to have that. It's good to have your scrolling ticker in a separate folder, right? So we're gonna lock that and we're good with that. So now we're gonna add a little element onto, like right underneath logo. We're gonna create like another rectangle here. This way we'll be able to fit in the time and temperature little details here.
Yeah.
And we'll probably do a different color. We'll do white.
Okay.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
No, I was just saying it's like already gonna be.
Look, we're getting tech support over Victor.
I love it, Team Viewer. Yeah, I'm Victor. Thank you. I'm gonna do that because yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So let's create a little rectangle here. We can say, how can we name this?
What is it that you're creating?
Ticker, hold on. Widget rectangle. Widget rectangle. And change that to white. All right, cool. So we have, actually it's to say widget rectangle. Missing the D there. Widget rectangle.
Sam, listen. For real, like let's wait till I know what you're talking about.
And we're gonna bring that right here. Let's move that down a little bit. There we go. Right there is fine.
Okay.
Right?
So Sam, when you create, I know what you're talking about. When you create a new scene, lately it has been doing that because it wasn't like that before. Just go back and do it again, and it should be able. Like the first time, it goes quickly like that, like you said. But go back again and do the double clicking again, and you should be fine. It shouldn't go away so quickly. So try that.
Okay. So this, you can actually put it in one of two places. You can actually leave it in the time and temperature folder, or you can keep it in the scrolling ticker folder. So since it's part of the scrolling ticker body, you can actually drop it in here. So leave it above M1 and lock it in place, right? So we have that there. And now we can add our time. So we're going to go to new countdown overlay right here. Just 3, 2, 1 countdown. Select that. And let's remove background and let's make the font black for now. And we're going to change type. We're going to change that to clock, right? So clock is going to basically give you the time that's native to your Mac, right? That's basically what it does. So right now, this is the time. It's as simple as that. And we can leave it like right here, right? And again, you know, just to counteract the snapping, just use the arrow keys to nudge it to where you want it to go, right? So we have it right there. And we have a little bit of space left at our temperature. Okay, so now that we're done with clock, we're gonna add that to time and temperature folder here, and we can lock that in place. We can actually make it a little bit smaller if we want some space. Right? Lock that in place. And now let's do the temperature, right? So we're gonna go back to Command N to open new text overlay. And what's the weather like right now?
I can tell you what, you go to Emoji keyboard. Oh, you're gonna do it?
Oh,
okay.
It's about like 44 degrees, partly cloudy. So
44 is 46 degrees. Don't give me less.
I got 40. I got 44.
So why did you say 46
I got 44,
over there?
sis.
What up, bro?
One is accurate, one is semi-accurate. All right. So you know what? Wishful thinking. We'll do 46. And just so you can see what we're doing, let's bring this to white. So 46, and then we're gonna type option. We're gonna hold down option 0 to get the degree symbol there. And default back to black right there. So that was option 0. Option 0 gives you the degree symbol there. And we want to add a widget, right? A weather emoji, just to give it a little bit of extra
oomph,
jazz. So let's go into our emojis.
Ooh, it is 60 in New Jersey, Fuljens Center.
Very nice. Emojis panel here. And let's go to animals and nature. A trick is to go to food and drink because the nature is at the very bottom. So you can start from food and drink and scroll up.
Or you can type and search for it. So you can type cloudy or sunny or whatever, and it will give you the...
Yeah. Right, so we're gonna take this one here with the sun is larger than the clouds and add that.
But look at how the name is sun behind small cloud.
Small cloud, yeah.
So
and let's make that black. We want this to be black. Cool. Music got lit a little bit. All right, and let's bring that in here. We could bring that, we could shrink it a little bit. Like that.
Let me see something. I mean, you got it? Put it. Move that hand for a minute. So, isn't it higher?
Slightly. There you go.
There.
That's that new snapping feature. And we'll take this 46 degrees and we'll drop that in his folder, right? Just to show you like how, you know, elaborate your design can go, right? And this is, you could add so much more to this. You could add a header right above this yellow rectangle if you wanted to add a header here, if you wanted to add text up here. So can you imagine like how crazy all your overlays will get, right? So now let's take a look at this. We have our logo, we have our time and temperature, everything is locked. So let's say we were to open up all of these folders here, right? That's a whole lot of overlays there.
Good morning, Johnny.
Good morning, Johnny.
Mr.
Good morning,
Growth. Ready,
Michael Hill and Mr. Riley.
Good morning, everybody. Okay.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, That's 10 overlays right there. 10 overlays. Right?
And the cool thing about this whole organization thing, right, is that you're gonna have different scenes that perhaps you want to, for example, this is the main view, the main scene, and if you want to have the same overlays on another scene, you can copy it. It will copy for you, but it will say copy of, so you just have to just rename all the folders again. But you will have all of them there, and you just have to like say on the other scene, because it's another show, you would like to change the colors. You can just go and manipulate it very nice and easily because you already labeled everything.
And we're not done here, right? Because let's say, for example, sometimes, you know, it's you by yourself, but now you're in an interview or something like that, right? Or you want more control over your camera overlays. So of course you're not gonna use this source, right? You're going to be source blank, right? We source blank, we have a background image here. I will keep that, that's fine. And then we're gonna want to add a camera here, right? Because you want more control over your overlays, right? So we'll have this camera here, right? So now you can create a camera folder also and drop that baby in there, right?
And then name that camera. Just name
the camera.
it. Yes.
Name that camera, right? So you can name the camera as well. And we're not going to lock this yet because you notice how the camera is over the folder. So now, right, this is a perfect example. I want to move this, but I don't know where. Which overlay do I bring this into? No, I want this underneath my lower third text and lower third body and right above scrolling ticker, right? So we're gonna bring this folder right here, like so, right? And if you did want it to go at the very bottom, it actually can go at the very bottom. So we could put it right here, right? And that doesn't matter because now it's well placed, right? And if you, let's say you had another scene, as Anna mentioned, you can duplicate this, right? And you can duplicate this and create an interview scene if you're bringing in a guest, and then you create side by side, 2 different camera overlays, and they're gonna both go into the camera folder. And if you want to, you don't need to delete this camera. You could just hide it and add the 2 additional cameras there, host plus guest.
Yep. It's just the easiest. It makes your workflow better. It makes your scenes panel and overlays panel look great. It's not gonna give you like kind of like a little heart attack to see that mess going on.
Yeah.
And you just have all your things. So see all the folders that we have here, and we just have to, you know, click that down, and you know, these are the ones that we kind of like abandoned. We're trying to see like what we're gonna do with that, but still you have all of your things. So here we can create another folder and just put those there. But if we're not gonna use them again, there's no need for us to save it because that's gonna keep creating more junk on your scenes panel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys have been asking a lot of questions, which is great, but do you have any questions, any other questions about this? Look how like it looks really, really cute. You can, you know, on another stream, we can show you how it will look like, copying and bringing it to a new scene, because there are some steps that you need to take when you do that.
Yeah.
But so the you know, Janice, we would love to see what you create. So make sure you head on over to the community and post a screenshot or something. So we would love to see what you created with us here.
For sure.
So that would be really cool. So yeah, Victor, so you dislike using laptop trackpads? Okay, yeah, that's me. Fuljens is like, what are you doing? Why don't you? He got me a trackpad, and I was like, nah, man, I can't. I'm attached to the mouse right here. And sometimes I use it, but then my hands get tired, like my hands. Vincent, you probably have a trick for this, right? Like how to stretch your, this part when using the trackpad. But I'm like, you know what? Forget it, nah. But
St. Patrick's Day weekend, overlay back.
Right, Michael? You know, and that's a cool thing. We can change it any color we want. You know what, Michael? Just because, you know, we have the colors. But Michael, where are your brand colors? Let's do something real quick and show you guys how you could easily just change the colors on this situation.
Especially when everything's labeled properly and organized properly. It makes it a lot easier to switch those colors around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And something else that I was creating. Yes, you see, Vincent, I knew you had something like that because this situation is Vincent is the man when you need to like learn how to stretch and what the muscles do what. The other day, Fuljens is like, my neck, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, well, Vincent did this. And I'm over here like pulling Fuljens' neck over this way after watching Vincent's video. So Vincent, thank you. And Fuljens, thanks you too.
Yes, thank you, Vincent.
Yeah. So, you guys, so one thing that happened to me, it's like, when you get doing a specific task over and over again. Like for me, that was video, and then I edit my videos on Final Cut Pro. And then I was like, yo, man, like I just don't want to be seated in front of the computer. I don't. So I'm doing a lot of behind the scenes, and I'm capturing the scenes on my phone, right? So I'm like, yo, like there has to be an app. And I've heard of a couple of apps. And I was like, okay, cool. So I tried this app, and I know you guys have heard me before talking about InShot. So I'm like, yes, you know what? I got this. And then it got to a point where it was limited. It was limiting me to doing things that I wanted to do. So then, but I'm like, oh my gosh, and I'm trying to look for like things and make it work. And then Fuljens goes, why don't you just go back to Final Cut Pro? And I'm like, right? So it's like when we get kind of like stuck in one thing, we sometimes forget that there are other things. So diversifying what you do and just being open-minded and surrounded by people who, get you is really, really good. So then I went back to, I'm like, okay, I edited a couple of clips on InShot, and then I send it to Final Cut Pro, and then I ended the project in Final Cut Pro, and that was amazing. Like I was able to incorporate both apps, and the video is gonna release today, and it was really, really cool. But these are the things that sometimes we forget. So for example, we're designing a lot and using text overlays, right? We're designing a lot. What about also, which we have done, bringing in some elements from Canva, right? Bringing in some elements from other elements, other video elements, creating them. So I did that yesterday as well. So I was like, okay, so one thing ripples to another, right? So I was like, okay, so I got InShot, and now I'm Final Cut Pro, and then I'm designing on Final Cut Pro, and then I was like, what if I bring something that I designed from Canva? So I designed animated button in Canva, brought it into Ecamm, and then incorporated Final Cut Pro, Ecamm, the whole thing. And it was a really, really cool design, really cool production. So that is to say that just diversified your skills when it comes to production. Just incorporate a lot of different things, because that is going to keep your mind fresh. And then the ideas are going to keep coming to you, because now you're bringing different elements to your mind, and then your brain is going to fire differently.
Yeah. Just like me, like I've been creating some vertical videos like on my Instagram Reels and on TikTok, and I love the way you can edit your Reels on Instagram, but TikTok not so much, right? So what I've been doing is like I take the video and I go into Adobe Premiere Rush on my phone, because it's very, very user-friendly. The interface is great, and I would basically kind of do like a screen recording of the audio I want to use, and I would sync it up with the video in Adobe Premiere. I'm like, screw TikTok's editing. I'm gonna do it right here, and then save that, and then drop the video in the TikTok, and then it syncs up with the audio very, very well.
Yeah. And that is the thing, when one specific app or anything else, and not even related to technology, anything in your life that is, you feel like, oh my gosh, there's a limit, but you want to do this, there's a way to do it. You just have to go and find what way it is that you can, that you can do it, because, and then, especially now when you're creating, this is the amazing thing of joining challenges and joining things, just like the setup that's happening right now. If you like, you seen other people doing different things, and you're like, okay, I can actually do that, and then you will push yourself to do other things if you're like really involved in the process of,
for sure.
that. So that is pretty cool, and I was able to create some great things, you guys. I was like, yes, and I was like, and then it just transcended to every other project that I was doing. Yeah. So that was I even wanted to like rearrange my furniture. I just went.
What's up, Will? Good to see you here.
Hey, Will Malin TV.
Good to see you.
Yeah. So okay, hand stretching exercises. Play tennis with what?
With melons.
Wait, is that like a metaphor?
Play tennis? No.
Oh, Paul, right? Final Cut Pro is so cool. It's a really, really cool program. Yeah. Exactly. Right, Victor? Is like, I love when someone says you can't do that, and then he does it and he makes a video about it. And that is great. And anything that you find yourself like not being able to do at that specific moment in time, and you go and you find it, and sometimes the thing is like you're like, oh, I'm not finding this. It's because it's not the right keyword. It's because, and then sometimes you just go to the closest thing that you can kind of like explain, and then that will give you the keyword that you're looking for, and then you go and push for it. But it's just keep trying, because if you're thinking that you want to do that, it's either not done, which is a great opportunity for you to do it, for us to do it, or it's done, but it's just taking a little search. Hi, Parker Jennings. So that is really cool, you guys. So diversifying the skills, using everything that you know, and just like doing a potpourri of skills. A potpourri of skills. Yeah, a potpourri of apps. Use different apps. That's a potpourri.
A potpourri. Got you.
Alright, everyone, today is Friday, and we hope you have an amazing weekend. And it's also International Creator Day, right? So
tomorrow,
tomorrow. So Ecamm is joining TubeBuddy in it, and so there's going to be some major hours of creation.
Right, so that's the day to celebrate all content creators. So we're all celebrating each other tomorrow. But TubeBuddy's doing an 8-hour live stream party tomorrow.
Bye, Mr. Riley. Have a great day.
Hey, later, James. 8-hour live stream party tomorrow, from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific time.
What is that? Oh, I'm sorry, I was reading.
No, it's from 8 a.m. Pacific to 4 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah.
What does that translate into us?
8 Pacific, 9 to 11 Eastern for us. Is that 11 Eastern? Yeah, that's 11 Eastern for us.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Oh, hi, Chris. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. So definitely, we're definitely gonna check that out. But what are you guys doing for International Creator Day no, we still have a lot of CETA.
11 to 7.
Yeah,
okay.
We still have a lot of CETA to go too.
We have 1 week.
We have 1 week. Yeah, we have 1 week of CETA to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 week left. I want to see what Vincent is going to be teaching us to do.
Right.
So wait, was the melon tennis thing?
Sammy's like, I'm watching Doc at that time. It's like, I don't know about TubeBuddy.
Well, maybe Doc is going to be in that, because Ecamm is doing something. I use anything and everything I have to do things. I want to do multiple computers, camera, capture. Okay, yeah, that's awesome, Victor, because that just keeps our minds like
for sure
energetic and fun and young and all that great stuff. Yeah.
There's a rally going on right now.
He's like, yo, Doc. He's like TubeBuddy had to say, hey, Doc, can you change your time, please? Or what time could we schedule this so that we
Yeah, Saturdays are Doc days.
Wait, Paul, were you on the what is it? Adrian's TubeBuddy Academy. That looks so good.
YouTube Academy?
Yeah, YouTube Academy. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Michael, because I'm over here trying to, thank you for clarifying that, because I would have gone to Google and figure that out. I was like, nah. Yeah, so.
It's too early to process those things.
like, no, but yeah. It's good.
Why is Sammy's comments being held for review? There they go. There they go. Don't worry, Paul got you. Paul got you.
Oh man. So yeah, you guys create, and remember that for those of you who were on ENN on Monday, and we were talking about the reenactment of the twins picture. We haven't checked that folder because they're doing it, but
right.
If you haven't sent anything yet, just make sure you send it. It is a reenactment of their picture, the espresso mug that they, they're like this, and the prize that you will get for if you get chosen, like if you're the winner, is pretty cool. So just make sure you're creative setup. You can just do that now. Yeah.
Ooh.
Wait, Sammy, wait. You know what? This is what I was saying. I think we should extend it to another week because look at you today. Your nose is running. Your eyes are tearing up. Like, what's going on?
My live streaming symptoms came back today.
And your eyes are tearing up too. Like you're just streaming.
I'm streaming.
So anyway, you guys. So yeah. So if you haven't submitted anything you want to, continue. So Sammy, listen. Don't worry about it. Once you get it, submit it. We will get it. We will extend it. Because it's a week. Because you still have to order it, and then you have to ship it, and then you have to create it. So yeah, it's gonna go past. Okay. So don't worry about it. You're crying over
Right,
here.
exactly. That's
Crying
why.
over here.
That's why. That's what's going on.
Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for being here. Hope you learned a lot here. When you can incorporate these tips on your creating your scenes and overlays. And if you're catching the replay and you made it this far, man, thank you so much. This is awesome. If you have any questions, please feel free to go into our community.
Anna and Fuljens, join the Facebook group Anna and Fuljens, and Mr. Moderator, share that in the chat there with you guys. Yeah, so you got the link in there, but it's facebook.com/group/Anna and Fuljens.
Yeah, and speaking of Sammy, we will check with the President So about it and see what's going on. But then also Paul made, let's just say this is the last announcement before we shut up. Paul made a really cool video about moderating in Instagram, because that's something that is really, if you stream on Instagram a lot, that is something that I was like, man, I wonder. And then Paul answered that question. So you guys make sure you go to Paul's YouTube channel, which he's actually going to link here, so that you can check that stream if you are on Instagram.
Yeah.
You go live and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And this is our Facebook group here. And Vincent says, thank you. Now my overlays will not be too messy.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yay.
Victor's teasing Sammy. If I get my mug first, I'll send you a big thank you, Canva.
Yeah, we will check with them because they were shipping a lot of stuff yesterday. They were shipping a lot of stuff yesterday.
They're shipping. They're in the shipping mode right now.
Yeah. So we will check Sammy and see what's up. Fuljens actually is pretty far away from Jersey right now.
As of right now, yeah. So you would have to wait a few weeks, Sammy.
Yeah.
It's better they send it to you.
Yeah. So they send it to you. We're gonna check it out and see what's going on. So yeah. So see. All right, everyone. So have an amazing. Oh yeah, Paul. Thank you. So Paul shared his moderator list. A lot of great things, especially if you want to, if you're a moderator yourself, or if you would like to get into that, because it's really fun. It can be really fun if it's something that you enjoyed. If you're enjoying, like locking people out, if you enjoy putting people on timeout. Like that's something I couldn't do it personally because I'm like Fuljens loves doing that, and obviously Paul is really great at it, so he would be a great source to learn all of that stuff. Or if you're trying to look for a moderator, knowing how moderators moderate, if you yourself are trying to look for a moderator, it's really good because then you will know what to look for when you are hiring a moderator to do your moderate your streams.
Yeah, there's so much when it comes to moderating. Me, like when it comes to moderator, I'm I'm in like the 10%, but Paul is there in like the 110%. So definitely check out Paul's moderator series. Yeah.
So okay, so Victor also made a
Mod bots. Yeah, there's mod bots, but there's nothing like the original.
Because you know those mod bots. I'm gonna have to watch a video, Victor, to see what's going on. But those mod bots, they're sometimes they're very. They're bots, right?
There's a content creator that I know who does weekly streams, and they have mod bots. But the mod bot is like sharing like a particular like link or two links like every few minutes into the stream. You know, but I don't know what else they do.
Johnny, do it. We will send a letter, Johnny. We will send a letter, and we'll be like, Mr. and Mrs. To whom it might concern.
To whom it may concern.
So I'm sure, Paul, you saw that message about the link that, and you're gonna.
The 404 error.
The 404 error. Yeah.
To whom it may concern.
Okay, awesome. All right, everyone. So just
Johnny Ellison, a proud member of the Ecamm Live community and fellow subscriber to our Building Blocks channel, youtube.com/Fuljens, hereby request to change his time schedule to accommodate with.
He already sent it. Okay, awesome. Johnny, listen.
Best regards, Anna and Fuljens.
Look at Michael. Wait, so John, where is the Victor said he may
run a dictatorship of moderator training?
We'll talk to
Leave it up to Paul. Leave it up to Paul.
Yeah, leave it up to Paul. You have any questions about moderation, hiring a moderator? Go to Paul's channel and check it out. He's there. And the coolest thing about moderators, so it's not so like yesterday we had a production and something was happening, and Paul just like, I bet you if Paul was here, we would have known this earlier. The need for a moderator, you guys, especially for you know, larger streams, are just in value. Like they're just priceless because it will keep your streams going smoothly, and you can just concentrate on delivering the content, and you know that the people on the comments, you know, your moderators will take care of anything that happens in there that you're not aware of.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So
for sure.
Okay, awesome. All right, my people, please come to ENN on Monday. We have a new waiting screen that if you can make it, if it's a good time for you. We have a new waiting screen. Well, not new, but we have a throwback waiting screen that you guys are gonna love. You know the one? Pew, pew, pew.
Okay.
We have a new waiting screen that you guys are gonna love, because waiting screens, right? When you have a cool waiting screen, if we have waiting screen and your people are there to watch it, it is great to give them something to look at, something to still be entertained, other than being, you know, in the comments and enjoying the whole thing. So we have a great screen for you, and we're going to, if you guys would like to, right, we can do a whole building blocks on designing screen, waiting screens for you. We did one, but this one's gonna be like,
yeah.
And
Vincent, no, we're in the process of following up, so we're still looking for details. We're waiting on details for that.
About what? The tennis gig?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Details for
yeah,
that.
I didn't know it was tennis. I just read sports.
Oh.
Yeah.
You read sports?
Sports, like for sport, you know, for sport gig that they have. So I didn't know the sport that it was.
No, he said it was tennis.
Okay.
See, now you got them guessing. Is it Space Invader? What's going on?
You know what? You're gonna have to wait, Vincent. You're gonna have to wait, but it has to be like with like, choo choo choo, bah, bah, there's a lot of stuff happening. It's his game, and he made me play it one time because, you know, we were thinking about designing the screen.
Yeah, no, but that one I thought we were gonna do something else. But we can do that, and we'll save it for
because that one is already done.
No, because I can't say it out loud. Because
right.
Because it's a surprise.
We'll talk behind the scenes.
Hold on.
No, what are you gonna do?
Ah, see, Ecamm, mute, but you can still hear us.
It's not Donkey Kong. No, that would be awesome though. We can do a Donkey Kong.
We can try
one.
a Donkey Kong one.
Yeah, we can do it.
But this one is gonna be cool. You'll like it.
Yeah, and it can be like people walking, like, so it's just with fonts. So you download your fonts and then people they won't, because the fonts are not like,
And
but the people will be like,
Kong would have to be facing this way because if you wanted to scroll. So that's the thing. Like, if we can get scrolling, Sammy can read lips.
What do we say, Sammy?
If we can get scrolling ticker from left to right, oh man, that would be so
But we
amazing.
just have to, because when we send requests to the team, right? They want to know what application would be the use case. If we tell them this is what it's gonna be like, and why?
We'll tell them again.
Yeah, we show them what's up, like with the characters we're building, like the screen and stuff.
Yeah.
But Vincent, thank you for that idea, because definitely that's a game that resonates with both of us.
Yeah.
So it would be doing it.
Yeah.
With the other game, I actually never heard of that game, and Fuljens made me play for about an hour.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah, he made me play for about an hour, and I was like, you know what, I'm done. Like, it was cool at first, because the girls were beating the guys up, and but then after that, it's like, okay, that's it, that's done. Yeah. So, okay, Sammy, working in After Effects, all right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sammy was like, I was not reading lips.
Okay, Sammy, to the test. Okay, let's do this real quick before we go on. Let's talk and see if Sammy can read it. Let's mute it. Yeah, Victor, only an hour. Couldn't do it anymore. He played, what is it?
No, I could play for 13 hours a day. I'm right there with you, Victor. I don't know, but these young bucks over here, they can't play.
I went out. Let me tell you something, you guys. I went out. I didn't even. Easter shopping? Maybe I went out Easter shopping or something like that. I was out for like, I don't know, like 4 hours. And I come back and Fuljens is in the Fuljens is in the bed with his controller, living life, like screen TV, just playing.
So I have a NVIDIA Shield, and then I added like all the arcade games on there. So what's that? Emulators. It's been a while since I built it. So I built it for a long time ago. It has like every single arcade game you could think about. The main ones. Has every, I think, all the NES on there, has the Genesis.
What is NES?
Nintendo Entertainment System, the OG Nintendo. It has Sega Genesis on there, it has Super Nintendo on there, it has some GameCube, it has some Dreamcast, it has some PlayStation 1 on there. It's really cool, but I use it for the arcade games, the MAME, M-A-M-E. I use it for those. Those games are so dope.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, like, on the controller, there's like a button you could press. It's like unlimited coins, so you never have to die. So like you could just like insert coin like 99 times, and then it also lets you go into like a cheat mode where you can like get unlimited energy and all that stuff. So it's like you just in straight up God mode the whole time. So you could just play any game and just like beat all the games that you want. So
I see.
Yeah, it's cool. I pull out every now and then, because like sometimes like you like playing like the PS5s and all that stuff with the big fancy graphics, but it's good to go back to like the OG games and stuff like that. Yeah, so it's cool.
Yeah,
it's cool.
And you know what? And Vincent, if you're still here, do you have something where, you know how when children are playing or they're on their devices and they're there for like, I don't know, 2 hours, or maybe when Fuljens playing for like 5 hours, or when Victor's playing for 13 hours straight, how do you transition nicely, right? Because usually people get off of the games grouchy, in my experience. Like, well, Fuljens gets up quiet, and he's like, I'm like, okay, so I come back to me and let's talk, right? How do you suggest people, like, is there a way to transition from virtual to the real world that you can suggest that I could try with my teenagers, or any one of you who have your teenagers in there? Because mine get off and I'm like, hi, and they're like, ugh. I'm like, oh, wow, like it's crazy. And then, the same thing for when you're playing for a long time, to get your mind off the game, because you're still, your brain is still processing, because there are things that are being thrown at you that you're not aware of consciously, but it's going in. So the subconscious has to kind of like clear it up and do all the stuff to get you going into real life. So Vincent, if you have this, please send us the link so that I can study that and apply it to my people. Yeah, look at this.
Yeah, that's probably what he's gonna want to do. Shock collar.
Right away, taking out of.
And
you know
it
what?
doesn't have to be complicated. Stop and take 5 deep breaths. There you go.
Yeah, that would be great, right? So can you imagine this, Vincent, right? I'm telling my teenager, 14, straight up in the midst of it. Like, it's just fire. And I'm like, can you take 5 breaths for me? He'll be like, what are you doing? Like, I do. So, like, I need to get out of that first. And imagine, okay, if I say to you, and you're like, I just got out of it, and you're just like drowsy or whatever. And I'm like, because when he gets out of it, I'm ready. I've already been in the real world, right?
But,
so I'm like,
but
can we go?
When was the last time I even played video games? Like, that was like the first
Easter.
time in, yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm referring to.
And before then, like, I barely play.
Right, but I'm not referring like how many times you play. I'm referring to when you play and you play for a specific amount of time, it takes a while to get out.
I'm trying to figure when was the last time since then? Like, I haven't like played my thing in weeks.
I know, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how to transition.
I don't even have the PlayStation here though. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like,
okay.
I'm trying
So you guys help me here. Yeah. I'm not talking about how often you play. I'm talking about when you play or when anybody plays, how do you transition? Not how many times you play, none of that. So how you transition from one thing to the other, right? So say I say to you, Fuljens, okay, you're done playing. I'm like, okay, baby, now we have to go get this, and now we have to go dinner. Now can you help me chop this thing, right? You're like,
yeah, that
right?
makes sense.
Right? So if I say to you, baby, you know what? Can you take 5 breaths for me? You're gonna be like,
we'll try it.
No,
I'm gonna try it. I will try it.
I don't know, you guys. When you play video games, right? Or when you are in that world, how would you like to be addressed to get you back into the real world? I guess that would be a good question to ask, right? After I used to play, I would watch anime after to realize, Vincent! I mean Victor! Anime is just like,
right.
Yeah, that's true. That's true too, Michael. That's true too. But like for me, for my teenagers, and it's just hard. They just get something, and I'm like, you know what? What is happening to me that I could relate to know what happens to them? And then I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me try it. I'm gonna go into the world and see what they're experiencing, because I wanted to be in their lives. And I went and I started playing Fruit Ninja and Bubble Mania. And I was at this level. I was on level like 21. And I'm like there, I'm like trying to, and I ran out of time when I was almost about to complete that. And I threw my iPad, like threw it away. And I'm like, damn it. And then the rest of the day, I was like, I could have just done it this way, and I could have just done it. I'm like, you know what? That was the last time I played Bubble Mania, because I was like, no, I can't put my mind into that stress and anxiety and all that.
I never threw my controller.
I did.
Damn.
Well, because you're smooth. You just go mental. I mean, you go mentally, you go inside. Me, I go out. I have to get that aggression out. I'm like, bam! The iPad didn't break. It had a really good case, but I threw it.
Very true, Paul.
And yeah, it is. All right, you guys. Okay, this is it for real. That's
Stop
it.
saying that, because there's something.
Just do it. So then you sign off.
They're just gonna like click. You just like to abrupt. abruptly.
Everyone, anyway, thank you, Paul. You're awesome. Paul, you are going to be receiving something in the mail that's going to be amazing. So look out for that. Watch out for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
With the hair whip.
It's going to be amazing. You're going to love it, Paul. You're going to love it. Yeah. Filling out a game is like burning the onions in her. No.
When they added 4 more buttons, that's funny. For real.
For real. I mean, and then, yeah, and then like one time, you guys, I didn't understand this, and this is why I did that test on myself. My nephew was playing a game. I don't know what game it was, but I think it was Halo. I don't know what kind of game
It could be
that was.
Halo. Mm-hmm.
But he was at this level, and he was already been there for a long time, and I was like, oh my God. And I was like, lunchtime, nothing. Lunchtime, I'm coming, nothing. Lunchtime, I'm trying to get into the safe point. And I'm like, what the frick is a safe point, right? And you guys, I came downstairs and I unplugged that thing.
Oh.
Holy mother of God, he was the best nephew ever. He respected me and loved me a lot. But holy mother of God, he didn't say anything. He was like, he froze for a minute. He's like, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, are you okay? And he didn't say a thing. He's just like, and then like tears coming down. And I'm like, what the hell did I do? He went straight up, went to his bedroom, stayed there for probably an hour. And I took it enough. I'm like, oh shit, he needs his time, right? And he didn't come out for probably an hour and a half.
Right,
and
because he was online. That's like he's playing a campaign with other people. And
he wasn't online.
Oh,
no,
so
he wasn't online.
That's what I mean. Okay, I thought that's what it was.
No, he wasn't online. Well, my son was online, and I would do that to him, and then he explained what happened, and he was with people.
When you're in a campaign, that happens, and you lose all your progress. Yeah, I can imagine. But if he was just playing the story, he was just playing the story mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is the thing though. Like it also applies to other people. You don't know what they're going through in their lives, right? And for things I didn't know. I wasn't in his shoes. I didn't know what he was going through. And even though to me it was like, okay, you need to get off. You've already been there for a long time. You're about to get a seizure. I'm thinking about all these things in my own, to help him out. But he was in his life, and he had a plan in his life on how he wanted this game to go. So I came in with, and I did this, and this happens in life all the time. We all have different things that we're going through, and then we come in and do the things that we feel would be best for them, but then without checking with them. You know what I mean? So it's like this whole thing has given me such a big perspective after I did that I was able to apply to other things. So, keeping people,
I mean, and that's just now. There's like, so imagine if,
thank you, Vincent.
Imagine if it's VR and you have headsets on there and something like that happens. That's even worse.
What do you mean?
Because this is like, we're just playing games in front of a monitor. So now we're completely disconnected from the real world. Like we have like our headsets on and we're like playing VR, right? And then to get back into the real world or to disconnect from that, So if it's like that aggressive now, imagine.
I know.
If we was using VR.
Like that movie, Ready Player One. That was some serious stuff.
Yeah.
And then we're thinking that the world is gonna go that way, because if you are doing all those movements to be able to control the game, and you are attached and you're doing all these things, right, so that you don't fall off, and you're doing all these things, getting back into it, I don't know, man. Like I would not get this for my kids at all. And you've been trying to get that?
Have I?
The one that you have, wasn't it the other one? You're like, oh, I have this.
Yeah, but it's like it's obsolete. I have the Oculus Quest version 1, but it doesn't work with metaverse and all that good stuff. So it's just I'm gonna go for sale. That was foul. That was really foul of them. Like I'm like, what is the big difference between the version 1, version 2 besides the damn color and just like a little bit of graphic upgrade? But for me, I'm like, okay, maybe I wasn't meant to be in the metaverse.
And I'm telling you, I mean, like the things are happening now, and this is like a whole you guys remember the movie Demolition Man, when they're like, oh yeah, but why? And then Sandra Bullock, whose name I don't remember in the movie, the character's name, she goes, hey, would you like to, in the more aggressive way, would you like to sleep with me? And he's like, yo, yeah, I'm about to sleep with you. And she's like, here you go, and handed him the VR glasses, and he's like, this is not what I'm talking about, right? And that's like, gonna be like that,
just
right?
Like Matrix, when he's downloading different forms of combat. Yeah. Or uploading, rather. Yeah.
Downloading. Because this is the Matrix, and then the real people are like downloading it into him.
Right, so he's uploading the data? Or is it downloading? I don't know.
He's downloading
Whatever.
Into his head. Michael recalls playing games on his C4.
C64.
Oh. Okay, you relay that. I was gonna relay for you. Okay.
Be something good after a crap day at school. Yeah, it's nice way to escape, and downloading. Thank you, Victor. And then Sammy has the perfect solution to all this. Sell the games, and you get a Mac Studio and a Red 8K camera. There you go. Put an end to all of it. Just sell it all.
Okay. So Victor, you give your daughter time to stop and notice. How do you do that? Vincent. Oh my gosh, Vincent? It's just V's. Vincent, okay, so it's like kind of like introducing her into the world little by little or something like that, or I might try that. I usually
like a cutoff time.
Oh. No. I give my daughter, the way I'm reading it, I give my daughter a time to stop. Notice.
Yeah, the cutoff time.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like to notice the real world or whatever. Because the way I do it is with food. So I'm like, food, like real food, like here we go, eat, feel things, now. Like,
no, but you give cutoff time too, but.
Yeah, it's cutoff time, and it's still like, yeah. Because they want to be there longer.
Doesn't work.
Okay. That's awesome. You see, like for me, we give time. Like they know when the internet is gonna shut off, and it's still like, yeah. But this is a great conversation, my people. We will look for some content from you, Vincent, research, and Victor. Thank you so much. If you can send me the name of the app that can control the computers, let me know. And also, I would love to have the name of the device, the thing that you said, the app that allows you to name the devices on your network. I would like that. Yes. What are you laughing about?
Cutting the internet off is not the way to give.
Listen, I give time. I go like, here you go from 7:30 to 9:30. You know what's up. You can go and do whatever you need to do. But at 9:30, the time is off, and it's still like that.
Team viewer.
Okay. He's getting better then.
You're right. Team viewer. Thank you, Victor.
Thank you, Victor. All right, and then the naming the devices thing. So
yeah.
That's it. Okay, so Sammy couldn't read our lips. Okay, yeah, my router doesn't. They want us to charge us $80 a month to be able to name devices. Like, no, that's not.
Yeah.
So I
might as well get $80 a month if you get like a standalone Wi-Fi internet. Yeah.
That would allow it to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Have an amazing weekend. Have a great Friday. We're gonna go now. Figure out what we're gonna eat. Sammy, this is what we were talking about. What are we gonna eat? And then Fuljens was saying,
why is my nose runny when I go live?
Yeah, so I asked him, what are we gonna eat? And he asked, why is
my nose running when I go live?
Yeah, so there we go. Unified Dream Machine, okay.
Thank you, Victor.
Okay, my people, thank you so much for being here. Again. Thank you, see you Monday. All right, everybody, set it away. See ya.
Enjoy, peace.
Hey.